Hello mates, this is a documentary about the life of the gangster PK Switch. We're gonna be talking about his death and all the bodies he has ever catched. We gonna talk about his history in another vid, but now let's get into this. PK Switch was a 18-year-old boy that at his 17 years of age started killing. Little did he know his life was coming to an end on a chill night at 9:38 p.m. by a gunshot to his chest that went through his right lung. PK Switch, also known by his family or close friends as Ethan King, was a Y-Factor. His closest friend was EOS Click and Little Bala, friend that would later backdoor him with his biggest enemies, the YGs, and later PK would get backdoored again, costing his life. EOS Click, after hearing his best friend had died, was asked about it and said he couldn't help because he was asleep when the shooting happened. He would later on post on Instagram himself going to visit PK grave and leaving flowers. EOS Click knew who did it because the PK was hanging around in his last moments told him who it was. There's rumors that EOS got back already. PK was walking out the train station by the box job when he spots a op that had intense beef with him. PK starts an argument, then both males swing at each other, but PK wasn't having it and stabbed the male to death and dipping the scene. PK and EOS were spinning the YG's block going for the kill when they both spot two YG's members smoking outside on ARP. They run up to them and start poking them in their hips, necks, backs, and chest, killing the two, but one of them that just had came to ARP escaped on a bike with couple stab wounds. PK Switch caught a op that tried to spin on him with somebody else in a green Trackhawk. The driver hopped out and shot PK in the back and arm, but didn't manage to kill him or fatally injure him. PK spin back 1 hour later after the first shooting and threw 7 bullets to the male's head, killing him instantly. PK and EOS Click got into a fight with the op jumping him. The op ended up drawing a knife from his pocket and tried to stab both PK and EOS, but didn't work. When that happened, PK and EOS went to EOS' apartment, then picked up a gun PK left there, and then he shot dead the male, hitting him multiple times in the body and head, killing him instantly. This was PK Switch's most famous case. He was involved in a shootout inside a deli that left one death of an unknown man that tried taking PK Switch's life. PK saw the man before, he says. He was following PK and his friend when they entered the deli, and the man came and threw shots, leaving PK with no choice than killing him. Cops had seen way too many murders occurring from a person that really acted the same, and even seen his face. That person was PK Switch. Cops raided his block a morning where they would find heavy guns, bullets, magazines, combat knives, 100 grams of weed, and clothes that were the same as the shooter of South Bronx. PK was later on charged by a jury with second-degree murder, attempt of murder, assault, robbery, illegal gang activity, and battery against an 18-year-old teen. PK was already 18 years old when he got charged, so he was sentenced as an adult and pleaded guilty to all charges, and was later sentenced to life in jail without parole. PK Switch broke out of the jail bus when an officer turned his back on him, giving PK the opportunity to escape. PK pushed the officer to the ground and escaped to an unknown place. After that, PK earned himself a warrant for his arrest, and cops were doing the impossible to try to catch him. This kill was 2 days after PK broke out of jail. He was angry with the PD and wanted his get back. He caught a cop chilling near PD and threw 2 shots to his head, killing him in the scene. Little did PK knew he killed the chief of the police, and the cops were already trying to take him down dead or alive. This would be the last time PK would see his friends again. PK was normally hanging with his mans when T.Go get him pulled up to his gang and told them if they wanted to buy a gun. When PK got left alone with David, he heard shooting inside the apartment the gun selling was taking place. PK didn't know what to do because he thought his mans were getting shot at. Then he realized OY was getting backdoored again, and even before the words could come out his mouth, the person driving the black car, also part of the plan of backdooring OY, hopped out the car and shot PK 3 times in the chest, making his body collapse.
It's Cosfinger, baby.
That's the end of the legend and legacy of 18-year-old Ethan King / PK Switch. Long live PK, and prayers for his family or friends that cry his death until this day. This was today's news, and remember, please don't lack.